Hello everyone, Mark here. I'm the founder of the Arts and Culture Network. We hit 20,000 members recently in our LinkedIn group, so we're very excited about that. And an increasing number of our LinkedIn group members are opting for our full membership, as indeed Michael Harrison has recently. And Michael has joined me, so it's an opportunity for me to ask him a few questions and introduce himself to you and his quite staggering array of interests, which is fascinating. So thank you for joining me today, Michael.
It's a real pleasure to be with you, and I'm delighted to have joined the cohort of full members.
That's very kind. Yes, so we have a kind of premium full membership. When I say premium, it's only £10 a month or £100 for the year. But what that does is it gives those members who want a little bit of support developing their own networks or careers or professions or indeed businesses. So via the network and through my contacts. So whereabouts are you geographically, Michael?
I'm based almost in the centre of the land. I live outside a small town called Kettering, which is on the borders of Northamptonshire and Leicestershire.
Lovely, excellent. You're probably one of those towns that's quite a distance from the coast.
Yes.
Yes, I think I read recently, I think Nuneaton is the town that's furthest from the sea in the UK, but none of us live more than 70 miles away from the sea, which I think is fantastic. So Michael, I know you have a number of interests, and we're going to go into those in detail in other interviews. But perhaps you could let other members know a little bit about your various interests, and we will of course pop links to these wherever this video appears. So over to you.
Yes, you've mentioned that my interests are very diverse, but they all have an interlink, both in interest and indeed through networks of contacts that I've built over many years. Currently, I'm involved in a very exciting project where we're marketing a very exciting visitor app platform, and currently we have got first adopters in a quite wide, diverse group of sites. We have town trails for Ramsgate. We have a children's game for the Richard III Centre at Leicester. And we have two cathedral trails, one for Hereford and the other for Ripon. And we're now building quite a following because the great advantage is that the app itself, the guide, can be downloaded onto a mobile phone, which saves the cost of going to a visitor centre and acquiring a gizmo, which you've got to go to a desk and then you've got to press a button on each item that you might like to view. And so it's all very independent. And the great thing about it is, of course, that you can go home and you can listen to the tour at leisure and pick up points that you missed when you've actually visited the site.
That sounds great. And as I understand it, it's called Useum.
Yes.
It's with two E's.
Yes.
So if somebody's searching for it, it's USEEUM. Yes,
that's it.
I've downloaded it and played with it, and I've watched some of the videos on the website. I think it's fantastic the way that it's proximity aware, isn't it? So
yes.
So when you're approaching a certain area of a museum or a gallery or a venue, you have access to appropriate information there and then, which makes it possible, of course, for you to do really clever treasure hunts.
Absolutely,
I love it. That's great. And as I understand it, that's an initiative of which company?
This is a Danish software house, and they have now got over 80 sites in Denmark and many around Europe. And they have just they've just signed a deal with the Roman Forum for a tour there, and they're now doing a major project with a gallery in Florence. They've also got tours, outdoor tours for organizations in Vietnam, and it's spreading like proverbial topsy, which is very encouraging. We didn't start the business at the very best of times, because we signed our contract with Denmark in March of just when COVID struck, which wasn't the easiest of times. But
I'm sure when all our venues were struggling to even open. So
exactly,
yeah. And I understand. So your company is Your Heritage UK, and that company is effectively marketing the app in the UK. Is that
yes,
from
yes.
the Danish company?
From the Danish company, and in fact, the Danish CEO is a director of our company.
Okay, got it. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. I know you have other interests as well. So we'll talk about those in another call. But it's if somebody wants to track you down on LinkedIn, you just search for Michael Harrison, and possibly also search for Your Heritage UK, and you'll find Michael. But for the moment, Michael, thank you so much for being such a valued and active full member of our community. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this little interview.
Thank you.